Guys, I have a problem. I just made $1,000 in like a few minutes here, okay? And I want to go over why, but my problem is Houston. We have a problem. I can't stop shorting, man. I can't stop shorting. This short was given to the Nexus, so shout out to the Nexus, the VIP Discord. If you're interested in joining, the links in the description down below. It's going to be a short video, and I am going to shill it in this video because we have been on absolute fire. And I want to go over here. I want to go over where I'm potentially targeting for this short. And I want to talk about the last video, okay? Because the last video, exactly what I said was going to happen happened, right? There were obviously no longs before these lows got swept. And, you know, things have gotten a little bit interesting since that low has gotten swept now, because the main order flow objective has officially been hit, right? I mean, it seems it seemed very easy. Like, you would be rather foolish to long into this or thinking that this was support. Of course, it's not going to be support. And now we're going to talk about what is potentially next and why I can't stop shorting. Why can I not stop shorting? Well, on top of the fact that on Market Cypher, we have the weekly divergences, which I'm not going to go back and show you again. You're going to have to go to the previous video to go check that out. So go watch the previous video. But on top of that fact, you can see very clearly that we just have a range, okay? We simply just have a range. There's nothing else that's fancy about this. It's a simple range theory. When you deviate one side, you're going to rotate to the other side. Why am I not convinced that we're going to move to the high of this range? There's a possibility, okay? All the boxes that you could see on the screen right now, you could see. I have different levels, right? I have different levels. But I want to talk about this specific level and see, like, this very well could do something like this. We could just go bang and then bang. 100% that could happen, but I want to talk about this. Before we talk about the short, I was long last night, okay? I let the Nexus know that I longed right here, and then I closed my long. Why did I close my long? Because at the time that I was ready to go to bed, which was like 11 o'clock or something, we had been forming liquidity above this little local range and liquidity below, okay? I wasn't in the interest of getting stopped out and then getting stopped out this way, because I shorted yesterday too, right? I was not down. So originally I longed because I wanted to be hedged against my short. I didn't want to get stopped out and then get stopped out. I didn't want that. And I even said in the update yesterday, I said, it's not because I don't think that the pump is going to happen. It's because I don't want to get stopped out overnight. So I just closed my shorts. I TP'd on my shorts and then, you know, whatever. Anyway, why am I talking about this if this is where the money is / was? Very simple. Liquidity. I don't know how many more times I need to draw this curve for people to start understanding liquidity. There's liquidity here. So why am I targeting lower? Well, I mean, we hit one of our key zones, which we'll get to in a moment. And there is so much liquidity. This long was not a good long. For me to close a hedge long, okay? For me to close a hedge long, I need to really not be confident. We had no good structure to work with here or here. So once again, tale as old as the bull market, the longs are fucking shit. They give no confirmation for the long and they leave infinite liquidity. And then I end up being the perma bear that takes the picture perfect setups at the highs because that's what they give me. And that's the way that I trade. So no, I didn't. I took the long and then I got out of the long because I didn't want this stupid shit to happen. And I even said, it's not because I don't think it's going to work. It's because I don't know where to put my stop loss. I could have put it here. I could have put it here. They could have done a scam wick down to 90K and then done that if they wanted to. Why? Because of liquidity. So where am I targeting right now? Structure, we're kind of in the middle of many different time frames of structure right now. And I don't know what I favor, to be honest. In terms of structure, I'm a little bit more 50-50, I have to say. However, I want to talk about this zone. I want to talk about what happened at this zone. First of all, if we bring up Market Cypher, we have an overextended bot wave, whatever. Okay, fine. We know that. That's simple. We already know we have the divergences, which we've talked about. Okay, money flows coming out on the 4-hour time frame. We're in a macro range, blah, blah, blah. We all get that. Okay, great. Let's hide Market Cypher. What happened up here from a technical standpoint? First things first, why is this my box? Let's talk about that. In my macro range, if I pull my volume, my POC comes a little bit higher than where we are right now, okay? The POC comes a little bit higher. So am I going to be looking up there? Yeah, maybe, potentially. But this macro range is not really relevant to the range that I'm trading right now, okay? Because I don't care about the volume up here. I don't think we're going to even come back up to here. At least not yet. So understanding that in the macro range, we lost the point of control. And then we haven't even rotated down to the value area low yet. That's one thing that's a little bit more bearish. But I don't care about this pull. A lot of people will pull that pull, and I don't care about that pull. A lot of people are going to be looking for that. Don't care. I'm looking at this range right here, okay? And the volume in this range is very clearly where we're at now, or where we're rejecting from, okay? So I had this box drawn out because I had my range equilibrium, which is this yellow line, and I had the range volume, which is the point of control, right? The red line. Okay, great. Why did I have the box here specifically? Well, if you just look to the left, first of all, you can see we have all this liquidity above, okay? So if it bounces from here, don't say, ha ha ha, Geo. Like, I give updates all the time in the Nexus. Things can change in 2 seconds, right? But we have liquidity all up here, right? So my original box idea was from here, I believe, and then potentially to take this wick out as well. So we already knew we were looking for a liquidity grab. We already knew we were looking upwards of the point of control and the range equilibrium. We already knew that this was a large sell to buy to sell. So this is mad manipulative. I already know that I'm not looking to short here. Or I already know that I'm not looking for price to break that. It doesn't make sense to. So where's my last buy to sell? My last buy to sell from that sell to buy to sell. It's here. So here's my range-based supply, right? What happened when we hit that yellow box zone that we had that I just removed, and we just mitigated that order block? What happened? What do we have here? This is a range, no? Okay. What do we know about ranges? We know that we're counting our taps. You have your tap 1, you have your tap 2, you have your tap 3. Sometimes your tap 3 can go deeper. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't. This is called a model 2 distribution. This would be a model 1 distribution. Why did I not think that we were going to get a model 1 distribution in this case? Very easy. Very, very easy. What's your structure? Structure always tells you the answer, guys. You have up, you have down, you have up, you have break of structure to the downside, meaning that should be a protected high, lower to low. Down you go. Not only is it lower high, lower low, but you have a demand. This thicker gray box is demand. Okay, demand failed. This failed to make a new high. By the way, quick side tangent, included in your Nexus memberships is my Nexus trading course, okay? These modules are coming out upon completion, and I literally just released my market structure module today, okay? So if you're interested in learning everything that I'm showing you in this video, the link is in the description. Click the link. This demand that was remaining failed to make a new high. So what do we have right now? We have demand to supply flips. What is that telling me? That's telling me that any supply that's in this leg to the downside, I am looking to giga short it, assuming we do not hit the overall target right now. Okay. This zone produced a large move to the upside. When we came back to retest this zone then produced a large reaction to the upside. Is it possible that once again, this area will produce a large move to the upside? Absolutely. Because your overall structure is this: up, down, up, down, up. You could get that. But I'm not here to predict that it's going to do that. I'm here to just react. I've already indicated that this is a strong supply to demand zone. Or sorry, demand to supply zone rather. And as far as I'm concerned, my order flow objective hasn't been hit yet. Things look bearish. It's just the reality. I'm sorry to tell you. So if we come back up to this supply, guess who's shorting? If I get a reconfirmation, I'm shorting again. Like I told you in my last video. If we come up to this supply, I'm shorting again. If we don't, I'm already up $1,400 in a few minutes because I was able to identify this. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Would I be surprised if they come back up? No. Would I be surprised if they rinse it down? No. Would most people be surprised if they rinsed it down? Yes. Would most people be surprised if they shot it back up? I don't think so. With that information, do as you please. Happy New Year. If you would like to trade like me on the exchanges that I trade on, the links are in the description down below. And more importantly than that, if you would like to join the Nexus where I give these real-time updates multiple times per day, the link for that is in the description down below as well. Happy New Year's, everybody. and I will see you on the other side.
Oops,